Hello. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chico and the Tan Man Show. I am the Tan Man, and as you guys can notice, Chico isn't right here. Instead, we have someone who is of equal importance. That is our guest co-host, Frank the Tank. Say hello, Frank the
What's
Tank.
up? What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yeah, Chico's a very busy man, so he couldn't do this one.
Apparently.
He's super important, saving the world, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? He might be a spy. I have no clue. But instead, we got Tan Man Blood here. This is Frank the Tank, and he's equally watches a ton of movies. I think he's more into the. I think you've watched more of the actual current movies that come out faster than
Yeah,
I
I'm
do.
all
So
about it. Yeah, all the time.
yeah. So I mean, every time I talk to you or whatever, you're always like, yeah, I just saw this, I saw that, I saw this.
Yep.
So why don't you explain a little bit to everybody about like what got you into like your movies and stuff? Did you just start going to the theaters young? Did you just get like a bunch of VHSs that you just watched? Like what makes you enjoy movies in general?
Pretty much as a kid, parents are always working, always gravitated towards movies, something
That's
to
what
do
I
pretty
said.
much.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But my dad, he'd always take me to go see movies and stuff. And by
Yeah.
that, we'd watch one movie and then he's like, "Hey, you want to go see another one?" I'm like, "Well, don't you got to pay for another one?" He goes, "Nah, we'll just sneak in."
Yeah, definitely. You're yeah. I mean, that was how it was. I remember the freaking hopping of the movies and stuff. And yeah, your dad's really big into movies too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now here's a question for you. Do you remember when we were young? Do you
Mhm.
remember? I would have to say this is probably our first theater movie together, you and me. Do you remember our first theater movie? I swear to God, if you don't remember this, I'm gonna be so mad.
Fuck.
Dude, come on. It was a movie
Uh,
we thought it was this one thing. We didn't expect how big this movie was gonna be and how amazing this movie was gonna be, and it turned out to be like freaking badass. Come on, man, dude.
Can you give me a hint
You
on
want me to
like the
give you a year?
fucking?
Do you want me to give you
Yeah,
the year?
yeah. Give me a year.
1999. We were. I think your mom dropped us off. And
Starship Troopers.
no, never saw
Nah,
that
the
there.
Matrix.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
Matrix. All right.
fucking Matrix, man. Yeah, we watched the Matrix in the theater for the first time because I remember we were talking about it.
Yeah,
And what did we like? I think we were going in thinking this was just like this martial arts movie.
yeah, we did, and then it
It
just
was like, what
it
is happening?
totally like went. I think slow motion was just coming into the
That was
whole.
it. Yeah, no one did it but
That
them. They
that
were the
started
first to
started
do that, like
everything.
the 360 slow motion. And
Yeah, yeah.
oh my god, I just remember we going in there and we're like, "What is this movie?" Like like I thought this was a martial arts movie. Then it's like robots, fucking
Especially
dystopian
like
future. Like what
the
the fuck? Yeah, oh my
especially
god.
seeing like Keanu Reeves in that role. Like we never would even think he'd be doing martial arts and
Well, you know who
pull it
was
off pretty
originally
well.
supposed to be the lead for that? Who turned it down? Right? Do
Now
you
who
know who it
was
is?
it?
Will
No,
Smith.
I could not even imagine him in that role. Nope,
Yeah, dude.
nope.
Will Smith was supposed to be the lead in that, and I couldn't. At the time, I think I don't know if he turned it down for another project or it was more of like how they say like Will Smith, he like if he's like not the like main dude or something, he'll like
Mhm.
kind of step away. I think because it was like a big cast of characters, even though he's the main, I think he turned it down because of that, or it was just because he just thought like this is kind of too
I don't think
weird
he
for
probably.
me.
I don't think he trusted the script. I think the script
Probably.
kind of made like probably freaked him out and said,
Yeah,
"Well, people
what
want to go
red and
watch
blue
this
pill?
kind
What
of
the hell? I know kung fu. Like this
bald
is.
man, sunglasses, whooping my
Could
ass
you
in the
imagine Will
logo."
Smith
I don't
saying
know.
"I know kung fu"? Like the way he would deliver that line,
Yeah,
it would be weird.
no, it wouldn't
Uh,
be. It wouldn't be as. It wouldn't be Keanu Reeves, man. And then you know what? At the end of the day, it went on to be a trilogy, and then you see him badass now these days in John Wick films. So,
I
and then
know.
the
I
fourth one apparently is coming out next May, depending on this whole COVID thing. But
Yeah, let me let's get right into about that. Like I said, like everyone before we start, let me first say like this is a show where we talk about movies, geek culture, games, all that
everything.
stuff,
Yeah.
everything. And what we like to do is like transitional conversation. So we'll have like topics that we'll like to talk about, but we really just want to like go into it fluid. So we might have like go off on something and then we might jump into something else and just go on about that. And if we cover all the topics, great. If we don't, not a big deal. We got plenty of shows to like go ahead and go back and cover that stuff, but we just want it to be nice and fluid conversation. We just hope you guys join us in that. And also let me say that this show is on a lot of podcast feeds. So if you listen through Anchor, go that would be great. Anchor's been really cool about our podcast, the way they let us upload it. We're on Spotify now. We're on Google Play Podcast. There's a ton. I think the Radio FM. I mean, we're pretty much almost everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Hopefully soon, maybe Apple. We'll see how that works. But yeah, if you guys like the show, go ahead on YouTube, hit like, support us, go in there, follow us, favorite us on the podcast feed. Anything you could do would be great. Appreciate that. But yes, anyways, back to like the reboot. I guess it's a reboot sequel. I don't understand, because how the hell are they gonna? They have Keanu Reeves in there with long hair and Trinity. Okay, Keanu Reeves I can get because he could come back or whatever. Inside the Matrix, he's the one, right? How the hell is Trinity in here? She got
I don't know,
dude. She got
I know
destroyed.
the fucking the ship went right into going to that whole city.
She's on the chair, like and just impaled. How I don't know. How would you think they would even do this with like Trinity and all them?
I really don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, he can create anything in that type of world. And
so you think
shocked
So you think he's somehow, because she's technically it's like humans mixed with machines, kind of. You think he's somehow either made like she's like a fake Trinity, or he took her like consciousness and maybe put her inside the Matrix?
Maybe it's just the perfect ideal image of what she would look like in the new Matrix that he made. I don't know. I mean, he died though, right? I mean, technically he died in his whole entire...
Well, the whole point was him going... Like, the reason he beat Agent Smith, from what I took it as... Because let's be for real, the sequels are like a big hodgepodge of some bullshit. Baby back bullshit. I don't know. But, like, the third one especially just started getting so crazy. But from what I took it was... When he got absorbed by Agent Smith, like, technically he died, so he went back to the source, and that kind of like was like a reboot. Like, that was the whole point. They're like, if you go through, remember in 2, they're like, if you go through this door, you go back to the source, so your code gets fixed, and then it'll restart everything go back to normal. So I'm assuming he went back to the source and it like fixed the code, so he's in there, I guess. So I don't know. Is like another anomaly? Is it just like he just keeps getting reincarnated? Because they're supposed to be different. Because, like, okay, what I hate about 2 is they're like, he had all the, like, when he was on all the TVs, like, they made it seem like he was, like, reborn, but it was like, they didn't make it clear if it was Keanu's character, like, he looked the same, but they kept restarting the Matrix, and he just was Keanu the whole time. But that doesn't make sense, because Morpheus met the one when he was younger. And obviously it had to been a different person, because you think he would have been like, you look exactly like the other one. No, they never said that. So I'm not clear on how this is gonna work, man. I don't know. I mean, they already did stunts.
Yeah, they were probably looking at him doing the John Wick movies, and they're like, I think we can squeeze out another Matrix. But I mean, the fact that they're trying to release Matrix 4 and then John Wick 4 at the same time.
Well, I think they I think there was reports they pushed it. I think they pushed. I can't remember which they pushed. They either pushed the Matrix back so they can the Matrix, because they already started filming on the thing. They were already like that big reports of like they see like Neo and them going across this like the skyscrapers. So I think they put Wick on standby and let them finish Matrix first. I think they're not going to be stupid and put them both at the same time. That'll just be eating each other.
That was like the rumor, I guess. I mean, I guess if they changed it, then it wouldn't make sense. It would kind of, well, I don't know. It could hurt them, or it could work for them.
Well, because remember what happened to Solo with Avengers and stuff. Like, they tried to put both properties, and I mean, who would win? It was definitely freaking Avengers, man.
They got destroyed. So I don't even remember Solo, anyways.
Dude, I don't either. Like, on the last show, me and Chico were talking about how like it was kind of just there. Like, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it either. It was just like it was just there. I don't know. I'm
sure they were like, well, we killed off Harrison Ford. Let's do him right. Let's do like a origin story type of movie. I guess they were going for.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, either or, I'm honestly, I don't know I mean, it's cool that they're doing a Matrix 4. I don't think it's necessary. I guess I don't know how they're gonna do it, because apparently I heard they're supposed to do a Morpheus movie, and it's supposed to be Michael B. Jordan playing as a young Morpheus.
No, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
You don't want like Michael B? Michael B being Morpheus?
Creed is cool. Yeah. Creed, I 100% support, but at the same time, I just don't ruin it, man.
You don't want to
like,
see him put on the shades being held by his nose?
He'll probably like end up falling out of his face and having to pick it back up. He's like, oh shit, not ready yet. But I don't know, man. Good actor. Yeah, but I don't think it'll work.
I don't know why we need a young. I mean, unless like if it would be like he's the main character, but like okay, if they're gonna go young, all right, show us the one where he encountered, got in bit rescue. I want to see the older, like 40, 50-year-old, the one that's not Keanu doing crazy shit that he got to see. Like, I want to see his recollection of the one. Like, I want to see it from somebody else's eyes, seeing the one do some crazy shit. Like, that would be kind of cool seeing that. But if we're not going to get that, we're just going to get, like, a Morpheus meeting a young Jada Pinkett Smith.
No.
Learning how to fly like the Nebuchadnezzar.
No.
I'm not...
It's gonna come down to another original story. They have to go off of from the trilogy and really make it new. I just don't want it to be a cash grab movie. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be.
I don't think so, because the Wachowskis are actually like working hard on the script for this one. I guess they have an idea, but again, it's like I don't know what they're gonna make out of it, because apparently there's peace. So I don't know. I don't want to see. I don't want to see another.
Hey, do you want to do some bullet time? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, right. I don't want to see. I don't want to see like, okay, now there's no peace because something's stupid, because that would just it would diminish what Keanu Reeves did. Like, that was the point.
Agent Smith shows up again. He's like,
me,
fuck this world. Me
too. Got to make it relevant, though, in the Me Too movement in there with freaking Agent Smith. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's gonna be weird. But on a side note, what with this quarantine stuff going on and stuff, are you watching? Did you watch any of those like movies that went straight to VOD? Anything? Did you see the new Bloodshot movie or any of those?
I don't even want to see it. I think my brother, Nick, he showed us on movie clips on YouTube. It was like a scene from the freaking movie. I guess he got shot at, and then his body just started reassembling from like all these nanomites or something. And I'm like, they walked into Vin Diesel's house and said, "Look," and he's probably like eating a sandwich and shit, like watching TV. It's like, "Hey, Vin, you think you can do this movie?" He's like reading the script. He's like, "How much you got?" Like, there's just no way. Like,
no, he's not. He's reading like the XXX script for the third one, and he puts it down.
Xander Zone, probably the third one or something. Like,
it's like, I think I got time. Sure. But the stupid thing is, like, Bloodshot, like Valiant comics. I don't know if you like looked at least into who like Bloodshot is. He's a beast character. Imagine Punisher who can't die. That's pretty much what Bloodshot is.
Oh well.
Yeah, he's like RoboCop mixed with like Terminator mixed with like Punisher. Like, that's Bloodshot.
In that type of realm, they should have just kept it like an animated movie.
He doesn't look, he doesn't look anything like the Bloodshot comic. He just looks like Vin Diesel. Like I said, they grabbed
Vin Diesel when he was racing his car in Fast and the Furious, and it's like, hey, you think you could do this? And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Is this a movie that has a family in it? Yeah, well, sort of. I mean, you're with a bunch of other cyborgs that try to kill you, though. But it's
close enough.
Close enough. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Do you know if Nick saw it at all or no? Nick just pulled up clips.
He probably saw more scenes, and he was just laughing the entire time. And
okay,
when you're laughing during those kind of movies, nope.
All right. So you haven't seen any like new movies recently through VOD or before theater shut down? Nothing crazy.
Nothing lately.
Man, usually on top of that.
Everything's just been Netflix lately, man. There hasn't been anything from the theater that's come out lately.
Okay. Speaking of Netflix, have you seen the Tiger King documentary?
Oh my God, you caught me on this. No, I have not. I actually have not. I have not. I didn't get into the hype.
You got to, man. It's ridiculous. Let me just say that the Tiger King documentary starts off like the first 5 episodes are just ridiculous. Like, are these people
like over
real?
The top, right?
But then it gets pretty dark and kind of depressing toward the end. It's not like crazy.
They're
It gets
saying they're
sad.
making a second one. They're making a second.
No, they did like a no, they did like an
Two.
after show. Like they did like an after show extra episode on there.
Yeah.
You know who was leading that? The Joel McHale guy was the one who's doing the interview, and it's him being himself, and he's like being a smart ass and interviewing the people from Tiger King. But anyways, the reason I talked about that is, did you hear that they're going to do? I heard. I don't think it's a movie. I'm not too sure. It might be a series, but they're doing a Tiger King Netflix series that's like actors, like it's them.
I think I might have heard something.
Do you
about
know
that,
who's supposed to play Tiger King?
No, who is it? Who's it supposed to be? Who is it supposed to be?
Oh my god! You know who that is? Is my impression good or terrible?
Terrible. Who is?
You don't know who it is from that? Okay, sorry. It's Nicolas Cage.
Oh shit! Yeah. I did see an article
Yeah.
on like it's probably on Facebook or something.
Oh my god! I gotta get that damn Carol Baskins.
Yeah. That'll
but
work out. That'll work out.
He's if you
He's
watch
he's crazy.
No,
He's
but
crazy.
watch the dude. Watch the actual documentary, because he doesn't sound anything like Nicolas Cage. Is gonna play Nicolas Cage. He's not gonna have an accent and sound high pitched like dude. That's, I mean, we heard his Con Air, but it's not the same. Like Joe Exotic guy is like, you know who I said would have been perfect as a Joe Exotic for Tiger King? Danny McBride should have been cast as Tiger King, because if you watch,
shout out to Fredericksburg.
Let's go. Virginia's son. If you watch Eastbound and Down, the third season with blonde hair, that's pretty much Joe Exotic.
Pretty much what he would have.
He
would have been.
Yeah,
Joe
it's pretty
Exotic.
much. And then, but here's the thing. I was talking to somebody about this. I think it was a couple coworkers. I was talking to them about this. This is what's going to happen though. Danny McBride is going to take, like, when they come out with the that series of the Joe Exotic Tiger King, he's gonna take elements from that and create his own show and make like a parody of it, like he did with Eastbound and Down.
That'd be cool.
Vice Principals.
That'd be cool.
But it's gonna be like, instead of tigers, it's gonna be like gators or something stupid. I don't know, like Gator King. I don't. You know what I mean? You know. It's
Hey,
but
like I still think it'd probably be real good. So
yeah. But
he has that humor.
Back to like the movies at home. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen any, I'll tell you which ones you should watch. That went to VOD that I saw in theater before this whole quarantine came out was the Invisible Man.
Saw that.
You did
saw
see
that,
it.
but it was in theaters though.
You saw it in theaters. Okay,
in
dude,
theaters.
was that not good?
It was
actually good.
I thought it was gonna be like Kevin Bacon Hollow Man. Remember back in the day,
yes.
remember he got it. You know, he put the chemical in, and
he just started getting crazy, and like being a perv. I don't know with our what's going on with the Me Too movement right now. I don't know if they would want like a Kevin Bacon Invisible Man like checking her out naked or whatever. But no. So what did you think of it? Did you like it? I mean, even though it didn't go that route.
The actress is good. She's really good. I think she's been in a lot of her own shows and stuff. What was the one like the
Maiden's Tale?
Maiden's Tale. Yeah.
So, I haven't seen that. I don't know.
I haven't seen it either, but if it's still going, it's got to be good. So
I mean, she was good in this movie. She played like an abused woman scared for her life, like pretty damn well. Like it was pretty believable.
I seen her in the Mad Men show. She was in Mad Men.
She was in that first.
She was really good, man.
Okay.
But I thought it was cool. I thought the story was good. The crazy husband or something who's like this inventor of whatever boyfriend. It was like boyfriend, abusive boyfriend or whatever.
Okay. We're not gonna ruin the like. There was some good twists. I mean, I like the twists, and it didn't have. We're not gonna tell you what that is in case people haven't like seen it yet because it's on VOD now. But the twist was like the different twists were crazy, and I like how it wasn't cheap jump scares. It made it seem like it was going to do like a jump scare, and then it didn't do it. Yeah. And I was like, that's cool.
You're just like holding your breath, waiting for it. And you're
I
like,
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was cool. It was good. And did it make you believe like in that world this technology could exist? Because I thought
it probably does exist.
Oh,
already,
right.
man.
But it was pretty cool though, right? Like the way like when you saw it like kind of do the thing, I was like, that's pretty sick.
Wonder Woman, Invisible Plane, it does exist.
Stealth bombers, bro. But on that note, I heard rumors that this might be. Do you remember the studio that did this movie. Is it A24 or Blumhouse? I don't know. It's one of these
Probably
studios.
One House.
It's one of those studios. Do you believe that they're now taking the realm, like they're taking the reins of the monster universe, and this I heard rumors that this might be the kickoff of their version of the monster universe. So Invisible Man would be the first, and then I heard they're trying to do Dracula next. I heard they're trying to do the Dracula next.
That'd be pretty badass. If it is, that'd be great.
But here's the question. I mean, all right, this is going to be a little bit of spoiler, people. So, like, if you haven't seen Invisible Man or you don't care, stay in here. Give us
see it, though.
Yeah, see it. Give us like 2 minutes and then come back. I'll raise my hand when we're done, like, talking about it. Because I have to talk about the end to talk about this possible monster universe with this studio. The end. If this is going to be the kickoff, is she going to be evil now? She has the suit. So is she going to be the new Invisible Man and start killing people? Like, how would that work?
I mean, she did. We could talk about
that too. Yeah, we're good.
She lost everything. I mean, I don't think she's crazy enough to go, like, she killed the sister, right? The sister died.
Well, she didn't kill the sister, the dude.
No, the dude did. But I mean, in her mind, like, her mental state, I don't think.
But she seemed
her to say, okay.
Her friend, who's the cop, seemed to like back her up. I mean, he could have turned her in, he did. So it's not like she didn't have a place to go. It's not like he's saying, "All right, you got to leave now because you did this." Like, I just don't. Like you said, you don't believe she could be evil at this point. I don't know.
I don't see her. I don't see her going into that role. Maybe a vigilante role. If they want,
or she goes down the route where she could get poisoned, like her mind gets poisoned by having that suit available all the time, and so she uses, like, she falls into the temptations of, she normally wouldn't do this, but because she has that suit, it kind of corrupts her, so she starts putting it on and starts maybe liking the fact that she could be killing men or something. I don't know.
That's a pretty far stretch right there. But,
I know. I don't
anything's
know.
possible with these Hollywood productions. I mean, they can do anything. So
but
I don't think. But to answer your question, I don't think she was in that state to go into like a killing spree or something later down the line. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to.
Yeah, again, I don't know how they would even. Number one, how would anyone say we're going to do our own, like, world building, universe colliding thing with monsters? I mean, they did it back in the, was it like the 30s? They did have like a bunch of all the monsters together at some point, like somehow crossover a few times in different movies. But I don't know with her, at least with her character, I don't know how she would fall into like being with Dracula and like all of a sudden being, I don't know how it works. I mean, if they figure it out, cool, but it would be weird. Because I don't want to see, like, vigilante, like, kind of good monsters. I want, you have a full squad of bad fucking, like, monsters, and then let's have, like, a Van Helsing or something. I don't want this is a group together who are sort of kind of good and they beat bad people. That's stupid. That's not what the monster universe is about, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But a modern-day monster universe is kind of cool, though. Like, if they do Dracula in real time, like, modern time, like they did Invisible Man, I think it would be pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know who would. I'd be interested to see how they do the Dracula movie, like you said, like Transylvania, or is it going to be an old time frame? Are you going to be like new, like modern day? We don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, they could do a little bit. I think we've delved to the past Dracula so many times in so many movies.
People get tired of it.
I would rather go like the Hellsing anime route, where we see the past in flashbacks and let him be in the modern time, like. Yeah. Like, let's say Helsing, like, staked his ass in the very beginning of the movie, and then he wakes up and goes crazy in modern time. I'd rather see that, because, like I said, if they're trying to keep it here, I don't want to spend too much.
Didn't they do that, like a Dracula 2000? One of those shitty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know who was in that? He was the who played Dracula. It's 300 Man himself. What's his name? Oh, God. 300. Remember 300?
Leonidas?
Yeah, Gerard Butler was Dracula 2000. He was Dracula.
No, you're fucking lying.
Young. He was the dude. Yeah, look it up real quick. Can you look it up? Dude, you got to Google this. He was, dude, I didn't know this either until like Dracula 2000 came up all of a sudden. And I'm gonna wave my hand, so we're not gonna talk about more Invisible Man. So people, you can come back. We're
he was.
Doesn't he look different? He was hella young in that shit, dude. He wasn't as swole, man. Like.
Oh, dude. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Wow,
funny.
I didn't know. I didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The movie was terrible.
I ended up seeing Angel Has Fallen.
Oh,
That
how was
movie,
that?
dude. Over the top, but it's cool. Like it's
Yeah, it's one of
entertaining.
those movies, right? Like you
Yeah, it's
expect
one
to
of,
see.
yeah,
Nick Nolte is his dad, right?
yeah. The action is good,
Alright, you
man.
come
I'm not
here
gonna
and
knock
then
it.
let's go
Yeah,
Mandalorian. Like what the fuck, dude? Like
yeah, dude. I
Nick
can't
Nolte.
wait for Mandalorian. Mandalorian 2, season 2.
We
That's gonna be
talked
dope.
we talked about that last show. Exciting
Mhm.
that what's his name is reprising his role as
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, but he was Jango Fett and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now, let me tell the people like this is like leaks, possible leaks. Like they said, Rosario Dawson's gonna play Ahsoka. What's his name's
yeah, which would
coming?
be cool too. 'Cause I think they were really trying to people were really trying to get her to play
Yeah,
that role like big time.
yeah, and like what's his name coming back is like Boba Fett playing that role, possibly playing as Rex. If you watch Clone Wars, these are all leaks, so this hasn't officially been. I mean, this is most likely what's going to happen because it seems like it's everyone's pretty much about 99% that this is true, that this is what's happening, but it hasn't been confirmed by Disney. So we're not saying this is solid. When Disney comes out and says, "Hey, this is what it is," then it is. But until then, this is still like hearsay. But I'm gonna say about hearsay, it's probably about 99% correct that that's what it is.
Yeah,
Because StarWars.com was it? They're pretty the Star Wars news. They're pretty on point with that stuff. But
yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, cool, man. So yeah, have you seen? I want to see The Hunt. I know that's on VOD. I heard that was like ridiculous. The Hunt, where
Wait a
like,
minute. Actually, I did. My boys. I guess they pulled it up on Fire Stick, whatever.
oh,
I
you
don't know
guys
if they have
watched
the,
it?
I don't know if they have the bootleg one or
That's
not.
probably Fire Stick usually is like all the
Yeah,
bootlegs you can get it. Yeah.
pretty
Oh,
much.
so you watched it?
Yeah, it was.
How is it?
It was.
Is it stupid or is it good stupid? Like there's
It's
different types.
it's like a good stupid. It's a lot of twists. Like people that
What a
I'm not
twist!
trying to spoil it, but like
Right.
people that you think were gonna live or survive in that film
Don't.
like you
Okay.
don't. But
Are
that's
they
all I'm
like?
gonna say.
Are they
but
gruesome? Like the death's pretty gruesome.
It's Oh yeah. It's definitely gruesome. But the story definitely gets a little cheesy at times. But the
How's
action and the
How's
twist
Hillary
of it,
Swank in that?
she's crazy
Is
for
she?
sure, 100%. Yeah, she's crazy.
Okay.
Um,
So like the
but
premise
it's good.
is like what, rich people hunting like a bunch of
Yep.
rednecks or
Yeah.
something, or
Some or people from like these different types of like rich people that deem certain people in society as like not a nuisance. I'm not trying to use
like
big words here.
they don't add
I'm trying to
anything
think
to
of-
society pretty
Yeah,
much.
they're like a negative factor to people in society. So
Okay.
like, I don't know how to go into further into that. Plus, because if I do,
Mm-hmm.
I'll ruin the film. But
I gotcha.
I have to. It was good. I can't complain. It was good.
So we're gonna get Frank the Tank's review. Score out of 10. What do you give it?
On that,
Yeah.
I give it a 6.
A 6. So a
six.
little barely above
I
average.
say
Alright.
barely. Like I
So
wanted
it's-
to give it a 7, but I say
Yeah.
6.
So you would say it would be like wait for this pretty much to come out on like HBO, or you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's good enough to rent?
It's a good little $1 red box.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I
But not the
wouldn't- I wouldn't
$20
pay-
drop that they're doing.
No,
Yeah. All right,
no,
gotcha.
don't do that. Save your
All
money.
right, because I do
Save
want
your
to
money.
see that. All right. Okay.
Yeah, save the money.
Cool, man. All right. Well, let's get into real quick. Like, let's talk. I mean, you and me are gamers. We played shit. I think you and me. I think I would say our genre used to be
Ever
us just
since we're
playing
like
fighting
young,
games.
yeah.
Fighting
Yeah.
games, right? We would always just play. I mean, Killer Instinct still is our probably number one Super
Hey, screw
Nintendo
you,
game.
by the way, because you always did all the
Cinder,
special moves,
Cinder.
and I'm over there like an idiot pressing like punch and kick, and you're like doing like this ultimate.
The
move or
Cinder, all I
something.
was doing was Cinders, like little thing that you just get you in the corner and just be like, yeah, ultra combo. Okay, so
Yeah, I'll do
what
that.
are you in your free time? I know you're, I mean, you were working a lot. I mean, I know your job been kind of like giving you a lot of days off, even though you're getting paid. You're still getting a lot of days off. Are you gaming more? You're finding yourself
Gaming
out, or
wise,
less?
yeah, I have. I think I'm in that time frame now where I'm I'm continuing games where I stopped halfway, and you either get bored of it for a little bit, or
Or
like
they're like open world that freaking
or
takes a lot of
another
your
game
time.
comes out, and you're like, oh, I kind of want to play that better, and then you forget about it.
Okay. What even?
But game wise, right now, I've been playing Outer Worlds because I'm a big Fallout fan.
Outer Worlds is good.
Yeah, they made Fallout New Vegas, so that was a good game.
Real quick
I'm still
on
playing it.
Real quick on that. Can you please explain? I still don't understand this thing. I don't get it. How they get a pass? Okay, how come Fallout gets a pass for all the freaking glitches and shit? People are like, "Ooh, that's Fallout," but if any other game has glitches and shit, it's like, "This shit is terrible. Fix the glitches." Da da. But how come Fallout gets a pass? I never understood that. I never jumped on the Fallout train until you said try the recent one, that not the online one, but Fallout 4. I jumped on it, and it like the glitches and it was like I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't my thing. Please explain why these glitches are okay for Fallout 4.
I mean, just because I would say the story, like, I mean, just to clear it up, I started the game Fallout 3. I never played 1 or 2 because it was PC. And me and PC. I'm always been like a console kind of gamer.
Yeah.
But I still looked them up. I love the lore, understanding the story of the whole entire Fallout series.
Right.
I think their story was so good that it, their gameplay was overall solid. That glitches here and there that pop up, I don't think really. I think weren't taking away from the story so much. So I think people overlooked it. But at the same time, I think the recent game that they had, Fallout 76,
garbage.
There's no pass on that.
But that wasn't because of the glitches, though. That was just because of the low content, wasn't it? Because it was like nothing to do.
Bare bones content. No, there was glitches. There's like sometimes you'd fight enemies and they wouldn't even appear on the screen. They were like not load. The whole like the graphics was supposed to be amazing, but like it's so It's
I heard real bad things
like it's really bad.
It's a mess, yeah.
But I mean, Fallout's a great game. I just hope that whatever series they make next will definitely make up for it. But Outer Worlds remind me of New Vegas, and that's why I like.
I was gonna
Obsidian.
say, I think what it was also for me about Fallout was like I didn't care if it's not Mad Max. I don't care about like the dystopian future.
You and Mad Max.
Man. I love Mad Max, but if it wasn't like other than dystopian future, I don't really care. But with Outer Worlds, I like that it had the Fallout like stuff in it, but it was space, and I think science fiction is like more interesting to me. I think like they still had that humor with like the stupid like big corporations or like running everything, but like their ads all over were hilarious, like with the moon mascot dude, and like they were like and
reminds me of the Fallout Vault guy, the Vault
kind of like that and stuff. But no, I really like Outer Worlds. I'm actually still playing it. I got to that one it's that one planet that has those huge mantises and shit on it.
Oh yeah, I'm on Monarch. I know
is that it? About. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's on Monarch.
Yeah, I need to go like back and play it, but I took a break because other things. But I still have it. One game I want to go back to because it's cool. I just got the robot working and stuff. So
Sam
spits the acid and stuff. It's pretty cool. Have you gotten pretty far? Or you're kind of.
I've gotten pretty far, but I'm still. For me, when I play those type of games, I like to
explore, right?
I like to loot. I like to loot everything.
Look around.
I'll walk to like every edge of the map and just make sure I can collect everything before I go. Like some people just go through the quest and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
No, and see that's my problem. That's why I run out of time, because it's like the more open world these games become, the harder it is for me to finish, because I want to go and do like these side quests rather than the actual mission. Which brings me back to like why I feel like I haven't finished like the Assassin's Creed games. They got so massive. I bought 3 of their games back to back because they kept putting them out every year, and I haven't. I when it came to Assassin's Creed, I was beating every single one. I mean, I was doing like almost all the completions of it, and then it got to like the French one for Xbox One, and then that same like the following year the Odyssey came out. So I put that down. It's like, let me jump on Odyssey. Start playing that. And then the following day was like, here's like about Greek. Like you can go to Greece and stuff. and then that's even bigger. So then like I have these 3 games that I have not finished because they just keep getting bigger with every.
The only thing I would say that I had issues with Assassin's Creed because I like them, but the problem is like I felt like a lot of the missions were just a bunch of chores. Because you want to build your guy, you want to make him stronger, you want to get the better weapon, you want to get the better armor. But at some point, I felt like I was just doing the same missions over and over again, and I got tired of it after a while with some of the.
I think that has to do with also because how big they're making the worlds bigger, but they're like keeping like giving you the same missions over. So it's like if you're not going to give new things with the bigger levels, I like it where it was. Let's go back to like Black Flag bigness. Like it wasn't too big. It was enough to where you know, you can keep doing things and not be too overwhelmed, because like apparently like the Greek one, is that one Odyssey? I think I got the 2 confused.
Greek one's Odyssey. I think Origins is the
Origins was the pyramid one. Sorry. Yeah. So Odyssey, they have it to where you like have no level cap. So like they're gonna it keeps producing like enemies and missions.
Just
and
like
you just
a
keep
beast
going, but you just keep getting like more leveled up. Like they want you to keep playing this game. I mean, there's only so much you can do. But I mean, I want to go back to those. Like I need to finish those because they're cool. I mean, I miss having a main character. Like I know a lot of people didn't care about the present stuff, but I miss having like what was the main character's name in Assassin's Creed? The present. He would start with the D. Not Dante. It was like
the first one?
Desmond.
Yeah. Altair was this dude. Yeah.
Right. I like Desmond as like the main character. You're following through his eyes, and then they killed him off at what? After Revelations, or is it Revelations?
There's so many.
I don't remember. Whenever not Altair. Whenever who was the second Assassin's Creed? When they made so many like
Ezio.
Whenever Ezio's like thing finished. Yeah. Whenever Ezio's finished, like they killed off Desmond, and then you became this like first person view person, and then you didn't have like a character really to like cling on to. I didn't like that. And then also it was very weird because it kept making us go to people who were Templar looking for assassins, and then like you were a Templar, you worked for the company or whatever, but then you would dive into like assassins, like the past for the assassins. It's like, why are we following the organization? Let's follow the people who are part of the assassins, who have a reason to like go back to the past. So it's very strange the route they went. I don't understand it. But are you excited about this Valhalla? Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
The trailer looked badass. It looked good, but you know how that is. They drop so much money on these cinematic scenes, which I give them credit. Awesome, but it's all going to come down to the gameplay. I just hope the missions that they do aren't going to be just repetitive.
They say you're going to be able to cut off heads in this one.
Well, you sign me up, I guess. But you know, we'll see how that goes. It looks good though. I'm gonna give it a chance.
But off that, like, so tell me what else? So you're playing Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Dude, you don't play Overwatch really, man. I tried. On your own.
Man, you haven't been.
I know. I haven't been playing in a while because I've been like working on this and stuff and work a lot. But
yeah.
I mean, you haven't like tried like going on and try to like do it yourself, like play.
It's all about the team, though, man. When you play, you and me know how to play. So
yeah,
like,
I feel you. We need to. I actually need to jump back on because the season just started and they got a bunch of new stuff. So when we get time, man, you and me need to jump back in some Overwatch.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But what else you playing like more?
So Outer Worlds, and then I got on that Call of Duty open world beta, and that was fun. It was just fun to play. I had Anthony and Nick playing.
Oh,
so the teams of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Warzone.
Man, I'm done with like Call of Duty, man. I just don't.
Dude, it's good. It's actually fun, but
I hear it is, but
after Nick
it's not worth my
me,
space. That's a lot of space.
Yeah, it's a lot of, but it's cool though. It's big open world, but they really know how to minimize your space as the match continues. So it does speed it up. It doesn't stay open forever. Like you're looking for a guy for like 2 hours. You know, like the playing field gets smaller. Like if you like during the game, 1 hour, half an hour into it, and then like okay, the map's getting smaller. If you don't make it into the ring,
it's doing the battle royale. It's battle royale style, and I don't know. Yeah. I just after Apex, I kind of fell off of that. I don't know. I liked the battle royale when it came out, and they're kind of just like, I guess I'm kind of over it right now. Like the whole battle royale. I'm kind of actually over, like, other than like a story, like 1-player story modes. I'm kind of over the shooters for right now. I mean, I think I played so
So
much like
Halo comes out.
Overwatch. Well, yeah, I mean that's gonna be a different story. But
Yeah,
other than that, like I kind of taken a break because I played a lot. I've been playing Overwatch like constantly for so long. Apex. I'm kind of like want to get back into what I love to play more, and it's like finishing one player stories. Like I'm playing Fallen Order right now. That game, I mean, I haven't picked it up in a minute, but that game was awesome for how far I was getting. I got to Dathomir. That shit's crazy. Being a Jedi story mode, I'm excited about that. But I want to get back into like getting good in my fighting games again. I missed that. So I jumped back into that. And MK11 luckily continues to stay current. And
that expansion is gonna be dope.
all right, let's talk about that. So did you saw the first trailer where they showed Shang Tsung being like, I was telling Chico that, dude, this is Endgame. I was telling Chico this is Mortal Kombat Endgame. Dude, that's exactly what it is.
I've been so used to that guy since the VHS tape you had of Mortal Kombat when we first watched it as kids. So.
He's perfect Shang Tsung. But tell me, is it not Endgame? Because he's like, we've got to go into the past and we got to take the crown. I'm like, this is like Mortal Kombat Endgame. But so with that,
basically,
did you see the newer trailer where they actually showed the characters fighting and doing like their? What did you think? Who was your out of the three? I mean, I'm going to be biased. My character is obviously going to be like I love out of his RoboCop. But come on, they brought back Fujin, man. Mortal Kombat 4. You and me used to play Mortal Kombat 4 like crazy.
Yeah, I remember, and he's looking back at Mortal Kombat 4 gameplay is hilarious.
I know,
but he's a beast, man. I like the combinations that they have with the sword. The aerial attacks that he's got going on.
He's running on air. Did you see him run?
His design, his design. I got so hyped of him, like when Noob Saibot, like I like the way his costume looks and the way he fights. He just looks badass, and I get that same vibe when I look at Fujin. He looks cool, and then Shiva, man, I think she's gonna be good too. I like the whole Goro kind of play, something different.
She says she's a grappler, yeah. I don't know. Through all the Mortal Kombat, Shiva's just never been like my favorite character. I mean, she does. They
didn't give her enough substance. They didn't give her much. When you fight as her, it's just a couple. The moveset wasn't really entertaining.
Yeah, it's like, why don't I just play as Goro kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
basically.
But I don't know. She looks like she does a lot of cool. She has like a cool shield, like spike thing. I don't know. It looks crazy.
Stomps on you multiple times.
Yeah, I like a lot of the grappling and beating the fuck out of you. She's like holding you. It looks like there's a lot of variations with that. But dude, it's all about Peter Weller. And your move, creep, dude. It's all about RoboCop.
The fact that they got him to voice him. I mean, voice RoboCop again is already a win.
Now this makes me a little upset, okay? Because Peter Weller, they got him to voice RoboCop, okay? They got who was the other guest character
to voice
Spawn? This one? They got God, oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself. I forget his name.
I know exactly who he looks like.
Goliath and all him in Community got him to Google his name because I feel bad and I gave him credit because he has an awesome voice. He's been in a ton of movies, voice acting too. He's done a lot of. I mean, he's been one of my favorite characters, Goliath from Gargoyle. Keith David comes back as Spawn.
I wish they had Michael Jai White, but Keith David, yeah. From
that should HBO. They should throw that as like one of those like here this costume you can get the movie costume and have it like they did with Injustice where it's a different voice. It's Michael Jai White.
They should. They
that would
totally
be cool.
Should.
But dude, so why the fuck did Arnold not voice himself in the Terminator? I'm so pissed off about that. Like, why couldn't he do it? Like, why? Why did he choose not to? He's like, I don't know, like he didn't have time or it's like, come on, bro. Like, they got your likeness. You couldn't do like fucking 30 minutes of voiceovers? Come on.
They should have.
I love me some Arnold, man, but dude, speaking of Arnold, are you following his Twitter or anything like that? His Instagram of those videos, him and Whiskey and Lulu. You know about Whiskey?
No.
You need to follow Arnold, man. He is hilarious. Yeah. He has this donkey and this pony that I guess he keeps inside his house. And you went away there. That's right. That he keeps in his house, and one of them is Whiskey. I think the horse is Whiskey, and Lulu is the donkey, or something like that, or vice versa. And he's doing these videos with Whiskey and Lulu. It's hilarious. He's like, oh yes, yeah, ooh, whiskey and Lulu. Oh, he's like, this is no. It's like, no, this is mine. This is my food. No.
It's like our like back in the day we watched Mad TV and Will Sasso played as Arnold.
Oh, he was one of the
It's like,
best. A meal.
I had a meal for dinner last
A
night.
meal. A meal for dinner. I had you for dinner last night. Oh, dude, so good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like what Arnold has turned into now, because he's like an older. It's almost like an older grandpa now. He's just funny. He has these animals. I bought this badass shirt he was selling that has whiskey and Lulu on it. I'm gonna wear it on the next. Hopefully, I get it soon. I can wear it on the show, dude. He's a follow. Everyone follow Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is hilarious, either on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. But yeah. So MK11 is Nick has MK11, right?
Yeah, he hasn't played it in a little bit, but he's gonna probably
is he gonna drop the $40 for the thing?
Man, he got no bills. He's gonna buy it.
all right. So we need to get online, man. And when that comes out, it comes out what, the 26th or something like that.
Something, yeah. That sounds actually, yeah. That sounds right.
It's coming out soon, man. So we definitely got to play that. But speaking of like Arnold, I mean, we might as well hop into it. That I was upset about him not voicing himself in Mortal Kombat 11, but can you believe that he voiced himself on Predator Hunting Grounds? He voiced Dutch.
That's cool.
So you get to play as his character in Predator Hunting Grounds. Again, he will voice that, but he won't voice himself in MK11. I don't know what happened. What do you think about putting Dutch into the? You know about the Predator Hunting Grounds?
Yeah. I've seen the gameplay for that. And
it looks like fun.
It looks like fun. I mean, it just like the game with Jason. You can play as the campers that run around. They all have their own special ability, and then like you can play Jason killing people. But especially with the Predator, I saw they had the different variations of him, like different armor sets, weapons, which is cool.
It's pretty badass. You can self-destruct.
But when it comes to voice acting, though, I think that's definitely a plus. They should. Did they have what's his name? Who loses his arm?
Apollo?
What's his name? Apollo, yeah. What's his name? I forgot his name. But...
Oh my god.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
God, what is his name? Hold on. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. But him.
Carl Weathers. Duh. I didn't have to look it up. I just
Carl Weathers. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about him, but the fact that Dutch is now in that game, how? I mean, is when you play as Dutch, is it just going to be a skin with voiceover? Or is he going to have special weapons? Is he going to be able to do special things? They haven't really said.
They haven't really said. I mean, the fact that he got his voice alone is already a plus.
What would you want Arnold to do in Predator Hunting Grounds? What abilities and guns would you give him, you think? He didn't really have like a special gun. Like
yeah, I mean, I could see them doing like maybe a perk where like if it gets close to having to go to the chopper, your attack power is like doubled or something.
Or if it's like if he covers himself in mud, he can do more damage or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Come on, I'm over here. Come on.
But he's got to have his one-liners though. He has to have.
Yeah. You one ugly motherfucker. Come on, I'm over here. Come on, do it. Come on. Oh man, so funny, dude. So good. But at least he did that. I'm excited for it. That's pretty cool. I've been meaning to, I almost was this close to buying Hunting Grounds for my PC, but I don't know, man.
I would wait.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a bare bones, like, 4v1 kind of game. Maybe when they introduce like more levels and stuff, I might do it. Like they just dropped Arnold, like we said. I would like them to do the level of Concrete Jungle in the city. Would be a cool level to do. That would be badass. Maybe get some what's his name, Glover in there.
Yeah, dude.
As a character, I don't know, but so excited about that. With that in mind, we're talking about fighting games. Let's talk about this Evo Online
coming up.
Yeah, dude. The fact is that I don't know, because let's be honest, a lot of the online when it comes to fighting games aren't the greatest.
A lot of lag.
A lot of lag and all that stuff. I don't know how they're going to accomplish a lot of this, but it seems like from what it was saying is that they're going to have, well, number one, it's going to be open tournament online. Are you thinking about maybe jumping in just to see how we would do on a game? Like pick a fighting game. What would be if you, let's say, fuck it, I'll give it a try. What fighting game I will go in with you. Let's say, okay, I will be honest. If we'll say it right now, if you decide if you want to jump in on one, or we'll just see how we do, I'll jump in one. But the question is, what game would we jump in on?
Well, if it was Smash Brothers, I think I'd have a chance.
Smash Bros isn't on here though. I know,
But
it's
it's
on
not. So Street Fighter 5, I if I had my hands on a PS5 or PS4,
PC too,
PS4,
also.
or that, yeah, I would totally be able to. Because I love Ultimate Street Fighter 4. Like I was all over it. I knew all the moves, combos. But to answer your question,
well, hold on.
probably,
Here's you only get a few choices. So the open tournaments the games are Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls Second Encore, and them fighting herds. So you got to pick from those, I think.
I'll probably end up picking like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, now
you know me and Killer Instinct. I don't know. I don't know all the special moves. So,
dude, even this Killer Instinct, I wish I would have taken more time to like learn how to get out of stuff, because Killer Instinct had like one of the best like online, like I think like net codes to where it doesn't lag and all that. I think it's probably one of the best online, and it was a lot of fun. It's just people are too fucking good on that game, dude. I just get owned. I'll be hitting the wrong button to try to do a combo breaker, and it fails, and it's just like, God damn it! Like I can't get out of this.
I probably end up throwing the controller into the TV after like the fucking ultimate combo
breaker. Yeah. Combo. Yeah. I would say if I were to jump into it, I've never played Skullgirls or them fighting herds, so I would probably it would be Mortal Kombat 11. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you and Nick want to try? We'll like dedicate ourselves.
I have to play. I have to play at least a good.
Because even imagine if you just like to me, I think a good accomplishment would be just if like we got past first round. First round, I'm like, dude, I'm good. I got past the first round. I can't believe I got past first round.
And watch, it'd be my luck. I started playing. I'm like, why is Daigo here?
Right. Or Sonic Fox.
Or Justin Wong or something crazy.
Sonic Fox is like the MK guy.
Yeah.
So he'll be
like, I've seen that hat before.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm dead.
But okay.
I mean, I probably would. I'd probably get into it.
Okay, so here is the special exhibitions and content. They said they're going to announce the line. It says EVO 2020's lineup has also changed somewhat for EVO Online. With Nintendo Switch fighting game Super Smash Bros. No longer part of the official tournament, EVO Online will feature special exhibitions and content from EVO 2020's previously announced lineup. Now, what they're showing is Dragon Ball FighterZ, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, and Under Night and Birth X Late. That's a long title. I don't know. Some of these don't have the best online thing. So do you think they're just going to grab probably like the top players, and maybe these games will be like a closed, like actually in-house like tourney for the top players for those games, so it's like small contained? Because I don't know if you're going to be able to play those online without like a lot of lag. It'll be a big pain in the ass.
Some dedicated servers or something crazy, or network, or I don't know.
But it would have to be by like the EVO, so it would have to be somewhat in-house. I feel like there's no way
they could do like separate rooms or something like around the area. They could that could always be a possibility, but
yeah.
Then again, I don't know what the health code is over there and how strict they're enforcing things. They really hell, you can't even go to a basketball game or go to any big public events anyway, so that's already hard.
I know. I don't know how they would do it, but with these games being a thing, what exciting, like what would you like to see? We'll even throw in like all the open and online tournaments. Out of all this content, what new like surprise like trailer would like to see out of all these games come out? Like if you had to choose to be like, oh man, I hope there's some new character and new content for this game. What out of all these games listed would you like to see, like surprise you with like some crazy trailer of like a character or something?
I didn't really think about that, to be honest with you, but maybe. I mean, I'm always down for another Street Fighter, man.
Another Street Fighter character? Who would you want to bring back? If you can even think of anybody that they haven't You haven't seen in
They
a
brought a
while.
lot of people back.
I know, and a bunch of new characters. Really, I mean, it seems like it's all new characters. It's tough.
I don't know.
I'm trying to
That's
think
tough,
of.
man.
I'm trying to go back to like
Third Strike.
alpha and stuff. Yeah. Let's throw what was his name? Kioske from Capcom vs SNK. He was the electric dude from Rival Schools. He had the glasses.
I know who you're talking
Let's
about.
throw him in there. Why not? I haven't seen a character from Rival Schools, and it's still Capcom. I mean, they got
Yeah.
that would be cool.
They've done nothing with that character, to be honest. Yeah.
They haven't thrown anybody from like a Rival Schools. They did a lot of like what is it? What did Oh my god, what's his name? Who was always in the prison garb? He was from the like old school like beat 'em up games.
Rolento?
Cody. They threw Cody and stuff
Rolento.
in there, and Rolento too is part of that. I think that same series. They threw a couple of those characters in Poison or whatever her name is. They threw a lot of those characters in there. So why not, throw someone from like give Rival Schools like one of these Capcom other games in there.
Yeah.
Fucking bring out what's his name, Captain Commando. Fuck it, man, it's Capcom. He could fit.
He would
fit in that world, wouldn't he? He's a up close
would.
fighter. He can shoot like fire thing. That'd be cool. That would be badass, man. I'll be down.
Speaking
for
of
that.
fighting games, real quick, have you played Streets of Rage 4?
Dude, I downloaded it and I've been playing it. You play it? Yo, we need to do online.
I had Nick and Anthony play it. Or playing.
Bro, we need to do that. Let's do that tonight. Yo, you're not busy, yo. Let's jump on that. I've been wanting to play that. I got to. How far did you guys get? Did you guys beat it?
I already beat the game, dude.
I've been playing by myself. It's hard. It's hard by yourself.
Yeah,
man.
the last level is like a pain in the ass.
I'm on like the third.
Sure.
I think the third stage right now. So, it's a lot of fun. Did you unlock like characters like?
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of the old school, early on fighters.
Who's the dude on the like roller skates? I used to play as him all the time. He did like the.
I haven't unlocked him yet. I got like the wrestler dude, the wrestler guy, the other versions of all the characters that you're able to select already. But even the bosses that you fight in the game, you can unlock them and play as them too.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. But okay, so back to the Evo thing. So the dates are weird. So you're gonna be able to I guess watch, and I guess if you decide to participate in the open tournaments, it's gonna be like 5 weekends pretty much. So it's gonna start July 4th
to the 5th.
Yeah, through the 5th, 11th through the 12th, 18th, 19th, 21st. So all month long, all the way into August 2nd. That's a lot, man. Holy crap. And apparently there's a special invitational for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 20th anniversary. I don't know how.
I haven't even played that in a long time.
Well,
you can't even download it in
You can't. So I'm telling you, they're going to have like a select group come down and play. Like that's the only way you can at least play that game too. There's no way.
Hey, and speaking of, what kind of character or trailer you want to see? How about like making Marvel vs. Capcom 2 accessible by all consoles and PC again? Like you can just PC you can do it, but PS5, Xbox, the new one, it'd be nice.
Dude, that actually is a great idea because I have the original one for Xbox, but I do too. I think it like kind of messed up a little or something. When I play it in, if I do certain sometimes it'll freeze and like it's not scratched or anything. It just I think it started getting corrupt. So I wouldn't mind like having that game being able to like download it and play it again like that way. I'm not gonna dwell on this too much, but did you see the Inside Xbox thing that they dropped?
I saw the trailer.
They're talking about the games and stuff. I mean, it wasn't very exciting, but did you see about that? Oh my god, what was it called? It was where that feature where you could. It was called Smart. Oh my god, why did I forget what it was called? But it had Smart in the title. I talked about it in the last podcast and show. It was the where once you buy, like if you buy a game for your current console, if you decide to get the new console, you'll get that game for the new console. You don't have to buy it twice. And you get to like the new
I heard about that.
I think Smart Delivery. That's what it's called, Smart Delivery.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty badass, man. Because like the example I always use was I bought GTA 5 for my 360, and then they came out with like the newer one for one. And it's like now you got first person view, better graphics, blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not
You
buying
just
this
gotta
again.
buy it again.
I know. I'm like, I'm not buying this again. I bought it for 360. So imagine
Yeah.
you know, buying it once and then you get to play it like the newer
Yeah.
version or enhanced version. It's pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, it's, you know, the games I wanted to see the load time stuff. Like they didn't show you any of that stuff. They just showed you some of the games that was like, eh. But
Yeah, it wasn't like super mind blowing, really.
no.
Everybody's just banking on Halo. That's all it's gonna be, really. That's gonna be the main one. But we'll see. The smart delivery thing definitely. I mean, hell, Resident Evil 4. I can't tell you how many times I bought it for different gaming
Oh
systems.
right. No.
GameCube, PlayStation.
Speaking of
2,
Halo,
Xbox.
man. Speaking of Halo, all those Halo editions, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! You know how many Halo editions I have? I'm like, dude, I'm over the editions, man. I bought them all. Halo Master Chief Collection. And then they redid the first one before they came out with the collections and all that. I'm just like, ugh, too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. But so yeah, Evo's, you know, it's gonna be. I definitely want to watch. I'm excited to see like new characters and trailers, and I don't fully like go ahead and watch like hours and hours of the fighting stuff, but I am looking forward to like catching the best clips and you know, seeing like some of the crazy stuff people do in some of these games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that. So how familiar are you with Tartovsky? We're jumping to movies here. Tartovsky, he if you remember, have you ever seen any of Tartovsky stuff? And if you don't know, I can probably throw some things out there that you're going to be like, oh,
Nope.
I know.
You're gonna have to bring.
Okay.
You have to bring me on board with
Do you
that.
remember the Star Wars animated shorts back in the day, the Clone Wars?
Mhm.
Those were Tartovsky like made.
Okay. All right.
So remember the really badass ones? Like remember the episode with like Grievous was killing all those Jedis? Like,
yeah, I remember
that dude. Dude, he's
so
also,
if he made that, then yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I think he's Samurai Jack too. I believe is Tartovsky.
Oh, I like Samurai Jack.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's doing that. Did you ever see the newer one? That I haven't checked it out, but it was a new Tartovsky one that was on Cartoon Network too. It was late. It was like the one about the caveman or something. I forgot what it was called. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, it's called. Oh my god, what is it called? I think it has something to do with it was in the same vein as like they were like shorts, I think, but it was all about like the caveman and him like killing dinosaurs and doing some crazy shit. I don't know. It's Tartovsky, so it was some cool action shit. So it looked pretty cool. But he's apparently he's finally like he was trying to do Popeye a while ago, but it fell through because I think it was a lot of studio interference. But now he's gonna be able to do his take on Popeye. Did you ever watch any Popeye stuff at all?
Back in the day, I did. I watched a few. I liked it, obviously. But if he's going to have his hands on that, that's going to be interesting.
Now, there's a picture and stuff of like it being like a CG. And he says here that he was working on Popeye. It says, unfortunately, that project has yet to materialize, but that might be about to change. Would you want Popeye to be anime? Because he's so good at the end. Like when he does his stuff, it's always like anime, like Samurai Jack, and you know, like you said, the Clone Wars stuff. Would you want it to be CGI, or would you want it to be like an animated?
I want it to be more animated.
Yeah, I do too, but it just
kind of like that old school. Well, you can't say like that Cuphead kind of art style. Still bringing it back, but maybe polish it up a little bit more. But
dude, that wouldn't be bad. A modern day like old school like way of animation, but it's like modern, but it still had that old school, like you said, like Cuphead visuals. That would be kind of badass, man. I would dig that.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of the kind of kids nowadays cling more to CG. So
yeah.
But I just want to see what a Tartovsky Popeye would be, because if we watched Clone Wars and Samurai Jack, the fighting would be amazing, dude.
Yeah, it would be.
Fucking up Pluto, dude. Like,
so fucking give him the cans of spinach and then just watch it go crazy.
20-minute fight scenes of Popeye fucking shit up, dude.
And I'm like, this is great. This is fucking fantastic.
This is amazing. Like, yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, give me a series. Let him do a series rather than a movie.
Yeah.
But it said, here's an update on, I'm on slashfilm.com, and an
Mhm.
update, it says, we heard that this will not be a Sony Pictures animation project after all. So it seems
Mhm.
as if the project might need to be reworked from the ground up. So here we go. This might yield more away from CG if it's restarting. He might change his idea of how he wants to do it. It says Tartovsky is a visual dynamo, well known as one of the best directors of action in all of animation, which we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called. That caveman one. It's called Primal. It was on Adult Swim. It was like last year, I think. I heard it was awesome. It said he recently created a series for Adult Swim called Primal, which strips away all verbal language and communications, its story mainly through visuals. While I'm guessing plenty of modern audiences have no connection to Popeye, because you know it's an old cartoon, so probably a lot of these like young kids probably have no idea who Popeye is. It says we're
Mhm.
hoping that Tartovsky's skill as a visual storyteller are enough to entice people to check this out, assuming this version makes it through the gauntlet of course. So
Mhm.
dude, it goes back to what we were saying is like, dude, if he has to do it from the ground up, what if he throws away that whole CGI thing and he does what he's good at, which is like the freaking animation stuff, and we get some epic Popeye fight scenes? I mean, let's think about John Wick mixed with Popeye, like those type of action scenes.
Same hairstyle. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude.
No, he's
That'd
bald.
be cool.
It'd be cool, right?
No, I know.
I'll
Yeah.
be down for that, man. I mean, oh,
Yeah.
okay, we'll get Keanu Reeves to play Popeye.
Dude, he's playing
Whoa.
everything. He's
I
in
know.
like the Cyberpunk game. Like they're getting him to do everything now. Insane.
It's Keanu-san, son. He's back. Keanu-san. Bill and Ted. Remember that? That whole thing's
Mhm.
coming back. So Bill and Ted 3. Yeah, he's just he's a guy. I hear he's just such a good dude. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. They say he's like the nicest dude in the world.
Until you kill his dog and then you're dead.
Oh yeah, if you kill his dog, I mean it's game over. But yeah, so I'm excited to see how that works. But speaking of that, I think this is like probably one of your favorite films. If we get back into the movie space, Scarface. I mean, I think you're always talking about Scarface.
You need people like me so that you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the back.
You could. I mean, I
Terrible
like Scarface
impression,
too, but I'm not as like crushing it like you are. It's a
Oh
good
my
movie.
God. Every quote I can remember from
Like
that
you know
movie, man.
this town's a pussy waiting to get fucked. I
It's a
mean,
big pussy waiting to get fucked.
exactly.
Yeah.
So before we get into like what we're about to talk about Scarface, let me ask you your thoughts on Scarface in general. Does it need a reboot, and how do you feel about hearing about Scarface is getting one? Like both those questions there.
If they do a reboot, it definitely cannot be a new Al Pacino in Miami setting. It's going to have to be somewhere completely different if they're going to just reboot it. I want a whole different story, different type of actor setting. But in all honesty, I don't think it does need a reboot. I just don't want it to ruin such a classic.
But like I always like hear, and what I also believe when people talk about, when they try to do like a new incarnation of an original, you still have the old one. It doesn't ruin the old movie. You still have the original Scarface,
True.
So it won't take away, I think, from the original Scarface. But then again, to me, like what you're saying is, if they go ahead and do a new setting, a new character, then why don't they just make it a different movie? Why would they have to put the Scarface logo on it? I feel like if you got a compelling story, just do a different thing. Don't put Scarface at the end of it. So I feel like if you're going to reboot it, give it justice. I think you might have to lean into the same character, because like I said, what would piss people off is if they go ahead and call it Scarface and then it has no elements of, dude from Cuba, doesn't have that Miami feel. I mean, imagine an Irish gangster in Boston movie and they called it Scarface. I think people were going to be pretty pissed off. So I think it has to have pretty much at least the same Latino feel, the same setting. I just think it would.
It's all going to come down to the actor too, I think. Like I heard rumors that it was going to be DiCaprio taking the mantle for like some type of Scarface role, man. I'm telling you,
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, dude, over the years I have went from like lukewarm on Leonardo DiCaprio to like now he's a beast.
It's
like,
Candyland, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Like Leonardo DiCaprio is such a fucking good. Yeah, that's like probably one of his best. Revenant, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's probably one of my favorite. Like,
I like
Tarantino films. He's so good in that. I think Brad Pitt steals the show in that, but I love Leonardo DiCaprio in that.
He threw Bruce Lee against a car, man. I mean, he can't beat.
It was hilarious.
He can't beat that,
dude. When he just like punches that hippie man and makes him fix his tire, dude. I love it. But Leo's
that whole end scene was hilarious.
So good, man. That can in that chick's face, dude. Oh my god.
Even it made me kind of cringe. I was like, damn,
I know, dude.
Yeah.
But Leo, I don't know, man. I mean, okay, let's say we'll stick with let's say they stick with like, you know, at least the Spanish, you know, aspect to it. Okay. What Spanish actor currently like it's kind of big right now that you would like you could possibly see or would be in the running as playing a new Scarface?
Damn,
you have anybody in mind?
Man. In mind right now?
What about I think he has the look. What about Benicio del Toro?
Del Toro?
He has the look. I know. Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, Sicario, dude. Ever since I don't know, man. Since Sicario 2, where he was doing the trigger with the gun, man. I don't know, man.
I never saw. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen Sicario 2. Not 2. I don't know how I feel.
You're not missing much on.
That's what I heard.
One was the best. One was amazing.
Yeah, one's awesome.
I mean, he could do it. I'm not gonna not. I mean,
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying he kind of. If you look at Scarface, like the picture, and like look at Benicio del Toro, he could do it. But
I mean, argument's sake, you could also grab what's his name who plays Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I mean, like, you know, what's his name? He's Spanish. He was in Narcos. I mean, he could play that. Yeah, he could play that.
He's in everything.
He's got the look. He's got that older. Yeah, he's in everything.
He's also
he was in Equalizer 2. He was in Narcos. He's in Mandalorian. Like, he could, you know, he's in everything. Game of Thrones, gets his head crushed. You know, everything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's in everything. I mean, I guess I would be like, I mean, you wouldn't want to get somebody who's kind of like, you know, kind of it right now, right? So, so you would want Pedro Pascal. I guess you would want Pedro Pascal because he's big, he's in everything. So, yeah, Pedro Pascal. I mean, he's Narcos, man. He's in Narcos, so like, I mean, he kind of is like around that setting. But I'm not saying discounting what your opinion. I mean, right now, I mean, honestly, yeah, I could see Pedro Pascal be in the running, Benicio del Toro possibly in the running. I had another person in mind here. Oh, God, what's his name from?
Matt Damon.
No, no, Jesus Christ, I'm Matt Damon. God, what's his name? No Country for Old Men.
The guy who played Bond's enemy in Skyfall.
Yeah. Well, I'm going blank today. I'm going blank today on names, man. It's kind of.
He's a good actor, though. That's a good choice.
It's kind of annoying me right now that I'm forgetting his name.
I know his name. Javier Bardem.
Yeah, Bardem. Yeah.
He played Silva in that.
Yep.
Yeah, he could do it too. He's a good actor for sure.
I think he would elevate that performance a lot. Like he would. He was terrifying in No Country for Old Men, so he could be a terrifying Scarface
with the tank.
Yeah. But let's see. What would we? Let's keep it. Okay, we'll talk like keep it in the Spanish tone. Let's say we got our Spanish actor. Do we keep it in Miami or do we go like West Coast? Do we go like L.A.? We go. Or do you want to
Daytona Beach? Just NASCAR. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that's hard too, man. I mean, you can go California, but that'll be a difference. I mean, you got that whole Mexico.
Well, right now that's a big thing. Right now, let's say that he's not Cuban. Let's make it more relatable to what's going on now. Being Mexican, at West Coast could have a lot to do with like over here because it could be like him and his family. Like let's say like in the original, it was about him and his brother. Like what about him and his brother escape across the border to have a better life, and then they go to West Coast.
That route like that. I've seen a lot. I feel like I've seen a lot of movies like that, but they can do a realm where like they make their own kind of cartel kind of network or something.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to make some overseas trades with like China, Japan, Yakuza, some kind of like, to kind of bring out the whole, criminal organization thing.
Yeah.
I think it will work. I think it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible. And so the reason we're talking about the Scarface thing is they found their director for the reboot, and it's Luca Guadagnino. He's the one that did Call Me by Your Name. Oscar Marie, have you ever seen Call Me by Your Name? Ooh, there's a echo there, buddy. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my headphones charged over here.
Oh,
okay. You hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that was cool. Echo. That's fine. So it says that so it's been in development for. Oh my God, yeah, that's right. Because I remember David. That's right. David Ayer was attached to do it back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! Imagine a David Ayer Scarface. That would be like what was it? What's that one movie that had Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena?
Oh, End of Watch.
End of Watch. Imagine like a gritty like Scarface like that. That would be pretty crazy, right?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So what it's here? So it said, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I forgot about this. So the article by Deadline is saying it will be set in Los Angeles.
No, well then.
There you go.
There
it
you
said the script is will be off of Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen, so the Cohen brothers version, who've been with the project for at least 3 years, with a bunch of earlier drafts by Gareth Dunnett, Oliser. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Jonathan Herman and Paul Atanasio.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to take place in L.A. Interesting. So I think if that's the case, then I think it's kind of what we were talking about, that it will take it might go like kind of like the border at Mexican route with it. It seems like looks like they might go away from the Cuban aspect of it. So I don't know, man.
See how it goes. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Matt
Brothers
Damon.
writing it. he's the white like sheriff dude or something hunting them down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you seen speaking of Matt Damon, have you seen Ford versus Ferrari, dude?
Yes, I saw it with Nick. He was big into cars. That was a good movie. Him and Christian Bale, man.
I like Matt Damon in that movie. He's when he was that character, I did not see him as Matt Damon. That's probably one of the few times I don't see that it's Matt Damon, and I love that film. Christian Bale was awesome. I mean, James Mangold, bro, freaking Logan, man, he does another good movie. You can't beat it, dude. So good. Dude, I bought that movie. I rented it, watched it.
Really?
Loved it so much, I bought it, dude. That's how good I love
that's
that
a
movie.
first. You don't really buy movies too much.
What do you mean? I buy a lot of movies. All my movies, yeah.
I don't know that. I guess
no, this will probably be. I would say where I would like if I usually rent a movie, I don't buy it. So this is probably in that vein of this is kind of like the first where I rented, liked it so much, and I bought it, kind of thing. So
speaking of movies, did you ever see that one with Denzel Washington's son? He's the actor, the guy who made
Denzel Washington, yay!
His what is it? It's called Tenet. It's the guys who made
yeah. You're talking about Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
dude, that looks crazy. Like that whole reverse backwards thing. That looks insane.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that. They say it might tie into Inception somehow. Like they're saying that it might connect all of his movies. They're saying it might connect all his movies.
What Dunkirk and
well, no, not Dunkirk, but like not Batman, but like
gonna be like
but like Interstellar and Inception might all be in like the same universe kind of thing, possibly.
That'd be crazy.
Inception, I can see because that whole like reverse time shit or whatever the hell's going on in that movie. I still don't know what that movie's about. I
don't know, man. That's more in mind.
Are you sure? Because he said like he kind of made it seem like he died, kind of thing.
Nah.
But I could see it tying in more Inception than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, so that's it for that. We'll see how that Scarface movie is doing. I don't know. We'll
Time will tell. I mean, everything is all kind of unknown right now. There's no time frames, and obviously with everything going on in the world, everything's slowed down, especially like production and stuff.
So with that case, there better be a banging ass like awesome script, and like I hope they're ready to really like take time if they're gonna do this reboot thing and kind of, you know, we're gonna see a new generation with Scarface posters of this one with Benicio del Toro.
It's gonna be the Mandalorian.
All right, so the big news that I find that I gonna save pretty much for last over here is I can't believe they're doing it. I didn't think this would be the first one they might attempt, but it's Sony developing One Punch Man. What do you think about that? Okay, let's go back to not just Sony doing it. Let's just talk about how do you feel about just One Punch Man being live action? Do you think it could work?
I am not a big fan of live action anime, man. Really.
Okay, but this is a big studio though now. This isn't like Japan doing it. Like with theirs, like it's.
It better not be like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting about that piece of shit. Yeah. I think if this is any saving grace, I think when they did movies in the past with properties like that, shit like that, they didn't care about the source. But I think as now with movies, as we can see with Marvel movies and stuff progress, the people who are on it really care about the property. So let's look at it. Let's take that. Let's look at it that way. Let's say there's some care in it with a big studio backing it. Are you excited for like a One Punch Man as a live action, and can you see it working?
Okay, so I did read that Ryan Reynolds is supposed to play Saitama, right?
Suppose maybe, yeah.
Supposedly, there's a poster of him that's supposed to be like.
I don't know if that's fan or what. I haven't really. Yeah. This news kind of just dropped on me recently. I think everyone wants Ryan Reynolds and everything like that's comedic.
I mean, yeah, he knocked Deadpool out of the water, man. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I don't need to see him other than like in a bunch of in everything that's comedic, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So no, I don't want that either. But just the thought of him in live action, I just don't. I mean, thought of just a general live action One Punch Man, I don't think it can really be pulled off. And I mean, the thing you have to understand too is who is the audience that you're going for that. I mean, you're gonna
obviously the anime fans.
And no, yeah, one, but in theaters, you're gonna really have. Is it gonna be premiered in theaters or is it gonna be like Netflix?
No, it's a big budget movie, and here's where I will disagree. I think it will work. Because of Marvel, because of the superhero genre now, because it is based off superheroes. It's like their take. There's
so many crazy, wild superheroes and villains in that anime.
True.
That it'll be really hard to.
They have to figure. That's where they're gonna have to
present them in, and how many people are they gonna present? Are you gonna have like, 3 villains, 3 heroes? Because it just depends on.
You're right.
The actors they put into it, because it's such a big cast of both heroes and villains in the show, and then putting it into real life already is going to be a challenge.
I don't think they're going to. This isn't going to be. I don't want them to announce that there's going to be like 3 films or it's a franchise. I want them to focus on one movie. But with what you're saying, I agree. I think this is going to have to be. I think they're banking on the first movie being successful so they can make it a franchise, because so many characters are involved. I think they're saving them for multiple movies. So they're going to have to probably, number one, I love One Punch Man. It's amazing. And to me, it's not really about Saitama. It's really about the cast around him, right?
Yeah.
So I think the movie's probably going to focus mostly on Genos. I think if I were to do it,
starring Owen Wilson.
Let it. Well, like Saitama, like, maybe you could show me some moves.
And by that, I punch me in my nose and
So,
fix it.
so I would say Genos, Saitama, One Punch Man. Maybe that ninja dude. What's his name? What's his name?
I know,
Or whatever his
Supersonic or
name.
something like that.
As like a antagonist, kind of annoying them, and then
Jaden Smith.
maybe let. This guy's
That's just
already
biggie.
casting, dude. That's hilarious. Or let's throw in for a boss. Let it lead up to the Big Beetle as the first big baddie for the first film.
Voiced by Gerard Butler.
I think this has Mega X City. I don't know. I think isn't it called like X City or Mega X or something? I don't know. I forgot what the cities are, like letters or something. District X or something. I don't know. So yeah, I think that if they're gonna do it, I think the alien needs to be like the last villain of like the third. I think they need to take it's so they're basing off the manga, not the like really the animated show. I don't know how much of the anime show is pulled from the manga, so I don't know. I haven't read the manga or anything, so I have no idea. So they're probably gonna take certain things from like the manga and try to. I'd say they need to take like maybe the first story plot and like put it in one. I don't want them to shove in all those, like you said, all those superheroes. Introduce you know I just want to see who their take on who is the big superhero dude who's from prison who acts like super femme.
I know who you're talking about.
I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do that. Like that, I don't know.
I'm saying, man, the types of characters in like they had that lobster dude from the first episode. Remember the lobster guy?
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you're gonna have Ryan Reynolds say, "Okay, Mr. Reynolds,
right?
Look at the green screen. There's a crab dude, half man, half crab.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be laughing at you.
Crab people.
Look serious. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't see how.
I mean, okay, so they would have to incorporate humor, right? So it might not be far fetched. Think of Scott Pilgrim if they did it smart, to where it had this comedic elements in it. Like let the lobster, because not all the characters were silly. Like if you look at that's the psionic. Oh my god, I haven't watched One Punch Man since like the second season came out.
Supersonic?
No. The chick who was like the green hair who was like telepathic and stuff. Who was like super strong.
She's beast, yeah.
So she was serious. The dude with the baseball bat, Metal Bat, that was his name, Metal Bat, right? The knight who was all armored up. Like a lot of the characters are. I think Saitama's more the comedic one, and some of the like monsters, like you said, the lobster. So I think they could fit those in a little bit without like going too overboard. I think Saitama would probably be the more ridiculous character.
It's either gonna be like they're gonna have a few heroes, a few villains, just give them all these different kind of scenarios in the show or the movie, but they're gonna be like good actors and whoever plays on either role type of film, or it's going to be one good actor and then a bunch of third-rate actors just to fill the bulk load of heroes and villains.
Right. I don't want them to throw but I don't want them to.
You know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and I'm worried about that because I don't want them just to throw a bunch of cast like here's this character, here you remember him, here's this character, and like he's there for like 10 seconds and they throw him out. Because like to me, I don't know if you saw it this way, and to me the anime. It really wasn't about Saitama. I mean, yeah, it was, but it was about the people around him.
Yeah.
Because he's so strong. I mean, literally one punch he kills everything. So you can't make a whole movie where he just it's just him and he punches things and explodes. Like it needs to be the characters, and then he comes in at the last minute to do what he needs to do. So I think we need as the side characters to be like really like a lot of depth in their characters.
Who's the bike guy?
Oh my god.
Is it Moomin? No.
Moomin Rider, right? Moomin Rider? Yeah.
That's who they need. That's gonna be the film.
Dude, what if we see it through Moomin Rider's eyes? So it would follow Moomin Rider.
They can go that route.
He's a normal, like, what was he, like a C or D lister? I don't remember. But he
got his ass beat. It was so epic though. But
let that guy be the last boss for the first one. That would be good.
What, the fish dude?
the king, wasn't he like the Sea King or
I know he did
something?
the Sea King, and then he got his eyes just shot out of his face.
Well, he was like a big grotesque monster that he was full
Yeah,
like more like, humanoid, and then he became that grotesque thing with the
yeah.
water.
He kept getting stronger and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
let him be the last one for the first film, and let's follow Moment Rider and Genos. Let those two be like the main characters. So we looked at from like the normal perspective, like our eyes. If we were in a superhero world, we would follow Moment Rider, and then from like the superhero world of a superhero trying to rise up in the ranks, let's follow Genos learning from Saitama. Because
yeah,
imagine the first movie ending with that battle of like Moment Rider getting his ass kicked, Saitama coming in there, giving him those words of inspiration. So we see it from the human perspective of it, and then we get into Genos putting everything he's got into that fight, seeing this epic fight, and then it like come to the end of Saitama doing that like one punch. Like I think that
yeah,
would be cool to end it with the Sea King. Would be pretty sick. But
yeah.
I don't write these movies, so I mean, I guess, fuck me, like whatever, whatever I think, I don't know. But
Yeah.
okay, so let me tell you, I don't know if this is gonna sway your confidence in the movie, because I'm already trying to sell you on this movie. I think it would, because of the superhero genre, I think it has a good chance of being good. But
Yeah.
I know you're leaning more toward the other route. This might not help the route. How did you feel about Venom?
Oh, the film in general, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time seeing it, I enjoyed it. Like it was cool until like the ending of it. I thought the CGI was pretty decent. Obviously, you got a good actor there, Tom Hardy. It wasn't too bad. But then when I watched it again and again,
You didn't like it.
and then it started falling apart for me. I was like, oh, it wasn't that good.
Okay.
It wasn't as good as I thought it.
Okay,
was
so the Venom writers are they're tackling this movie, so they're gonna be
Carnage?
writing this movie.
Oh,
No,
no,
One Punch Man.
Okay.
Does that make you lean more to where you already were leaning toward him not being good, or?
Nah, man, it's not gonna. It's
I don't know.
not gonna be ideal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know,
Motorbike man, whatever.
and the reason why they picked them is because of how hugely like successful Venom was, and that's why they're like, you made it successful, so here's this property. And I feel like there was so many elements that it wasn't really the writing team, to me, in my opinion, that like made it so good. I mean, they probably were part of it, obviously, but to give them this like new property, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to discount them either, because it's like there's so many writers who have been attached to bad movies, but then they've done like really good ones too. So, and Venom is, I mean, we can't argue it made a ton of money. We can't argue that a lot of people liked it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't, to me, my favorite. I still don't see Venom without Spider-Man in it. I still will argue, I don't know how you could have the character of Venom without incorporating Spider-Man and getting that personality and that part of Spider-Man into him, because that's like what makes that character.
I say two things. Either one, they should have made Venom rated R and made him gruesome as hell if he was going to do a standalone film, or two, bring it down to the actual, how Marvel is now, and incorporate Spider-Man, and then be like, okay, now it makes sense because we know that they're together.
Yeah.
So, but they never went the rated R route. And then if they're trying to tackle on that Carnage thing, right? Is that still happening?
Yeah.
They got to make that rated R, man.
They showed Woody Harrelson as but they showed like an actual picture of him in the film, and they finally got rid of that stupid wig he had at the end of it. He like shaved head. He looks actually more intimidating, actually. But yeah, I know, man. I don't know. To me, it's weird, but we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. I still have hope that this could be a game changer, dude. This could be a game changer for the animes, because I really want to see. I think Dragon Ball deserves a do-over. And dude, I'm telling you, I'll save it for another show. You got to remind me. I have the perfect outline of how they should do Dragon Ball as a 3-part franchise film, like 3-part series. I have it mapped out. I was having this discussion.
Dragon Ball, like when he's a kid.
Start off with I would say skip the kid, go teenager into.
You got to have the guy who's the Red Ribbon Army that can break a pillar.
He's in there. I have him in there.
Throw it into the air and then ride it.
Yeah. Yes, I have him in there.
What's his name though? I don't know his name.
Oh God, he's. Oh my God. Shit. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
So that's how it gets to work. I just break off a pillar and throw it in the air and just ride it.
Yeah, but I have a great idea how it could work. I'll definitely tell you about it. I have it all mapped out, man. Is it Dr. Jiro? No. He's the one that made the cyborgs. What is his name? It's not Red, is it?
I don't think is it like lieutenant. Is that supposed to be like a military ranking or something? Major or like major?
No, hold on.
General is General. Say General Sal. General something.
Oh my God.
General
of Red Ribbon Army. I don't know.
Oh, I got it. Hang on. It's
Why is it so hard to find? Commander Red? No. Oh my God. Isn't it Tau? It is Tau, isn't it?
Yeah, it's General. Is it just not General Tau? There's the food, boy.
Oh,
General Sal's chicken.
Oh no, Tau Pie, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's Tau. I have a picture of it. It's here. Yeah, Tau Pie. That's his name. But
that is a beast.
It's so stupid. Maybe in Dragon Ball it was.
Tau Pie.
Because he became like, didn't he like come back because he like became like half cyborg or something?
Yeah, because he got his ass whooped.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll save it for the next one. I have you as a guest, and I'll tell you my whole breakdown of how it could be into a 3-cycle movie, and we'll end with Goku. It will lead into, I would say, the Saiyan saga. That's how I have it.
Yeah, man. Let me know.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I think it could work. And I think I did have him as a kid first though, because I wanted to grow up with Goku. Like that was my whole thing, like to do it, and it would incorporate who was the Piccolo's like father? What's his name? God, the anime people are gonna kill us right now. They're like, how can you forget? Is it just King Piccolo, right? Is it just King Piccolo? I'm
gonna be quiet before I get jumped.
I think it was just King Piccolo or something. I think that's what it was. Daimo. I don't know. It was pretty much King Piccolo. Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. If this succeeds, it might catapult Dragon Ball. But do you think? What would you say would be more? If it doesn't click Dragon Ball, because that could be maybe too hard of a thing to tackle at the moment. If One Punch Man is successful, what anime do you if it's successful, what anime do you think they could tackle that would be a little bit more realistic for them, that wouldn't be so far-fetched like Crazy Wise, that you would like to see, that's real popular right now, that you think they could do?
It's a good question.
I got one because it's like modern, it's popular, everyone's about it, and it works with the whole superhero genre. My Hero, I think, would be the next one they could do. That would be my pick. But
an anime that I have to say I really enjoyed watching.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Vinland?
No, I want to see it. I heard it's good. It's with the Vikings, right?
I could mess with it. If they're already messing with Vikings now, they could do.
But a live action Viking anime movie? I mean, wouldn't it be a Viking movie though? Or did it need to be anime?
Watch it. If you watch it, you'll understand. You're
okay,
like, okay,
I know. I need to see it. Okay,
it's like them doing the movie Troy, them doing any type of like over the top action, but like it's a really good story. But
I heard it looked cool. Okay.
Yeah, no, highly recommend watching that for anybody. But,
okay.
Cowboy Bebop, they really tried that already?
They're doing a live action Netflix show
of it. It's
going to be a show though, so I think that'll be good. What's his name? He's supposed to be the lead. Harold and Kumar star. He's supposed to be the
what's his name? Spike?
Yeah, he's supposed to be Spike. So I could see it. It'd be cool.
Could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. I was gonna say Yu Yu Hakusho, but that's too much. That's
not really. I don't think
Nah, you
so.
think that? If they get the
Dude
CGI
in
right
school,
on the
dude in
demons,
school.
then they could do it.
Demons
Yeah.
could be practical effects. I mean, Lord of the Rings, dude. Let's get. I mean, that's pretty much what they're all look like
Well,
ogres and
and they took Avatar 10 years to make the next one supposedly coming up.
Jesus Christ, dude. James Cameron's gonna die before we get like another movie other than Avatar.
The
From
only
him.
person that can outbeat James Cameron is
It's James Cameron.
Can he raise the bar?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yu Yu Hakusho, I would say, I wish they could, if they can be successful with One Punch Man and make that lobster crab dude come to life.
Yeah.
Then
I mean, despite the movie being like kind of terrible, for being a Japan studio, did you see the way the Titans looked on Attack on Titan? They look pretty good for like their budget.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the animated one, but I haven't seen
the movies. The movies is not that good, but it's garbage. But the actual CGI for their budget looks pretty cool. Like, it's good. So imagine a big studio doing it. So I can see them doing like a big terrifying like lobster. I think if they do the live action, like if they do the lobster as a visual, I think they could make it look more like monster, like an actual like looking terrifying monster, rather than it being a goofy big-eyed I'm gonna wear an underwear.
I mean, the anime people are gonna be all about it because obviously, you know, anime is awesome, but it's just like trying to get a new audience.
Yeah,
that is where I think a big production studio is gonna have issues because they're like, who do we cater to the most? The animes.
Well, they're gonna they're gonna cater to the general audience. They need
the general, and then
they need the general audience.
They're gonna hurt the anime fan base because they're gonna want to cater to the general audience.
Yeah,
they're probably gonna skip some enemies. They're gonna skip some like it's not practical. We can't do that because there's no way that the audience
like it's too goofy. Like it's
you know what I mean? Like they're gonna try to get people that can jump right into it.
Yeah.
And if they really cared about the lore of it, they would go and watch the anime itself.
I think if they get people who are maybe creators off of the manga or the anime series to get on board and help with it, I think it can work. Because think about what Marvel did. They got like, you know, a lot of like they got a lot of people who read comics. They got a lot of the people who like did Deadpool. And
they got the subject matter experts.
Yeah, they got the creators and stuff. So I think they could do it, and it can. I mean, like I said, if they were able to succeed with Marvel movies and you know DC can do theirs, I think it's possible. But it's definitely, you're right. It's definitely going to be catered to mostly. They got to get the butts in the seats, so they gotta somehow figure out how to make the general audience be into it as well as appease the anime fans. So
all right.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll see, buddy. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think that's pretty much everything there. I think. I don't think we have anything other than that. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. But one other thing that I want to talk to you about is I forgot to ask. They were talking about that, like if they do, you know, if they're going to incorporate, because, you know, the whole Josh Trank, the Trank final Fantastic Four movie, you know, the dark one that he's trying to make all serious, and I don't know how you felt about that one. I wasn't a big fan of it. Do you think the next project for Marvel? Do you think that's going to be? Do you think it's going to be like Fantastic Four? Do you think that would be the next thing they're going to try to do, or you think they're going to try to do X-Men? Because I want to hear your take on it, because I haven't really got to talk to you about that. So
it's hard because they've both been done so much.
What would you like to see first?
I think the ideal. I mean, they can't go wrong either way because they're going to want to bring it into the world of all the like Tom Holland. You know, all the Spider-Man, the modern day Avengers world, they want to bring it up to speed again because obviously Chris Evans is Captain America, no longer, you know, the Human Torch. Yeah. So, I mean, they can't go wrong either way. It's just going to be harder I think, on the X-Men side because Hugh Jackman's been Wolverine for how long? So, like, that's where they're going to.
So, you think they're probably going to have to wait a while on that? Maybe
Fantastic
like 5
Four
more
would probably
years.
be the safer route again. I think.
They had an idea of possibly having Fantastic Four, the first movie, be back in the 60s. that they were the first family of superheroes, and they ended up, like, you know, at the end of the movie, they end up getting sucked through or go into the negative zone, like get sucked through a black hole, get through negative zone, and then they appear in modern times. So it's like that's one way to incorporate them, to be like, hey, that's where they were, rather than, I think I like that idea better than them just like getting powers now after Avengers have been around.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They need to just, they need to have a quick, hey, this is how we got our powers. All right, let's get to business. Like, let's do this. They're already established. Like,
I want them. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like, have them already established back in the day that they were gone. Like, they're like, oh, this was a gone family. But
I think the Fantastic Four route would be better. But X-Men, man, that's a hard thing to fill because
I know.
It depends who they're gonna keep. Who they're gonna keep though, man.
No one, man. They start from scratch, bro. Bye bye. Apocalypse, get them out.
Gone. Like, after Apocalypse, I've ruined it.
Get them gone.
Why
start
is
from
Psylocke
scratch.
here? It doesn't make sense. Like, why is your character here?
Angel was like a cage fighter. Like,
I
what
was like, aren't you getting your fucking metal things pulled out in the Punisher out of your face?
I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is I'm excited for Marvel getting X-Men back, just because I want to see them finally in their costumes, because because they deserve to be in there. I want to see the old school yellow and blue costumes, baby. Let's go, and let them be actual teenagers, man. Like, what the fuck?
They ain't gonna. I mean, if they go young,
if Spider-Man can get in the fucking spandex suit, man, they can get the X-Men into like their outfits.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but with that note, I think we're good, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, I think that's it. But thanks everyone for listening to us, and remember, if you like us, please, follow us, hit like, give us give us the follows. We really appreciate it. And the audience that we have now, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed our banter. And again, Frank the Tank, thank you for being the co-host on today's show. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
And we definitely want to have you back, man. I got it to where we can get a guest spot in there. So maybe all three of you, me and Chico, can get on it. And
sounds good.
That'll be fun.
Let me know.
Yeah, but if you want anybody to follow you, man, tell me where people can follow you, man. If you want the looks, do you have Twitter?
I gotta establish that. I haven't been on Twitter.
Twitter. Do you have Instagram or anything like that if you want people to follow you on?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay, all right.
Set it up.
Okay, all right, cool. But yeah, you can follow me on @VicTheTanman on Twitter. Hit us up with any questions, and if you guys like Frank the Tank, you want him back, let us know, and we'll try to get him back as soon as possible. So I appreciate that. And with all that, I just want to say goodbye.
Have a good one.
Later. Bye.